Digital Romance TV.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Digital Romance TV. I am your host, Allana Pratt, in sequence. Somebody called it Gold Lame the other day. I was at good friend and guest on my radio show, Intimate Conversations Live, Jaya. Jaya had done a workshop in Los Angeles. And so I was there meeting up with a lot of the wonderful people surrounding her workshop. And they're like, Gold Lame! So I thought I'd wear it for you today and answer one of your awesome questions. What is your advice for a younger man dating a cougar? I wish I could do that, all sexy. Anyways, pretend I just did. Roll my tongue, more sexy than I just did. It's actually very common these days. That's the first thing I want you to know. It's quite common. I have a lot of female clients and male clients who are doing the younger man cougar thing. And it seems like there's a couple reasons. One, women who are older, they know what they want. They don't have a lot of the insecurities that a younger woman has about her body. They love their body and they love sex and they know what they want. They don't play a lot of games. Older women can be quite straight with what it is they're after. And they have quite a libido. And so does a younger man. And a lot of the younger men I speak to complain so much of the pressures that a younger woman puts on him. You know, how much money does he make? And is he going to make a good father? And she's got, you know, she's always, well, you're not quite good enough. I met somebody better. This isn't saying all women are like that whatsoever that are young, but just the complaints that a lot of the younger gentlemen have told me that, wow, she appreciates me. She lets me know, the older woman appreciates me. She's not putting a lot of pressure on me to have to be a king already. She loves that I'm a knight. So it seems to be a fit for a lot of reasons. I personally dated someone for about 2 years who is 14 years younger than me. And initially it brought up a lot of insecurities for me. So that's the second thing I want to bring to your attention, your advice for dating an older woman. There could be moments where she's insecure because she literally, you could be dating someone half her age. And that could make her go, woo! So in response to this generally confident woman who's at peace in her skin, know that there's still potentially a part of her that needs to be acknowledged and praised for her beauty and the kind of sexiness that she holds. It's not going to be the same confidence as a cellulite-free, stretch mark, has never had a baby, free body, right? So you don't want to lie to her, but you want to authentically acknowledge what is sexy about her to put any of her fears to rest. And if you require any praise or appreciation, because maybe you don't have 10 million in the bank, so you know, be sure to request that so that she communicates what it is about you that she adores and appreciates. Next, I think it's awesome to date. We've seen Susan Sarandon and Tim Robbins. Goodness, they were together for 20 years. They had 2 children together and quite an age difference there. So it can work even with children. However, the kid conversation needs to be had somewhere near the beginning when you're creating this deal, this experience with this older woman. Maybe she has kids, doesn't want any more. Is that cool with you? Maybe you don't want kids. Maybe you do want kids. This later in the game could really be a heartbreaker and a deal breaker. So if this is just for fun, don't worry about it. But if this is a relationship that you're potentially interested in growing and moving long term, please have that conversation up front and just be honest with each other so that doesn't get in the way later on in the game. And lastly, I wanted to suggest, this isn't for sure, but a lot of, we call them like Indigo Kids, a lot of these men are young. They're in their like late 20s and they have the capacity for consciousness and intimate, deep conversation and communion sexually, this real sacred, reverent capacity, more so than a lot of men 10, 20, 30 years older than them. And they're just old souls, we could call them. And so if that's you who asked a question, rarely, unless you meet another potentially indigo girl who's also an old soul, you might not find the richness and depth of conscious connection that you're looking for with most women of your own age. So I want you to know that you're not broken or weird or anything, but you just might crave a woman who's wiser and more awake and aware, which an older woman in general, if she's done her work to evolve, will provide for you. And know that you deserve that. Know that if you ache and yearn for that real sacred communion, it's not strange that you would find that in an older woman. And that's what the joyous experience I had with my younger lover. Very, very old soul, pure heart, incredible man. And I think I'm not so bad myself. So we had a really wonderful time. So you can, like Susan Sarandon and Tim Robbins, have a beautiful 20-year relationship with somebody or more. When there is still a significant age difference. And for any of you ladies, please, if you're interested in this, let's do another video in the future. If you're interested in the pros and cons and getting any advice on dating an older gentleman, because that's a whole other game unto itself as well, which has its challenges, but it can also work beautifully. So for those of you that just met me for the first time right now, I probably should have said hi at the very beginning, but I'll say hi now and welcome you to my website, allanapratt.com. I have a weekly radio show, I have an amazing newsletter, I have books and CDs and DVDs, etc. And yet what I find so precious about so many of us that meet through the amazing digital romance world is that a lot of you are signing up for strategy sessions. You're looking for that one potent hour in a safe sanctuary that I provide with total non-judgment and unconditional love and very, very potent laser sharp coaching to tip you into the next dimension for your life. So simply go to allanapratt.com/strategy, and there you have access to a 1-hour session with me. And I will give you a huge return on your investment for our time together. And if it's something that I can't solve in an hour, I'll let you know, and you'll have all the information you need to make an educated decision for more coaching with me. And it might just be that you require that one little tipping point piece, and all of a sudden from 211, you're 212, you're boiling, the state has changed, you're steam, you're floating, you're soaring, and it's exactly what you require to have the relationship that you desire and that you know is waiting for you so very deep in your heart. So thank you for this opportunity. Keep those questions coming. I love you to pieces, and I will see you next time on Digital Romance TV.
If you've got a cell phone in your pocket or purse right now, then you've got everything you need to create incredible romance and passion with the man or woman in your life at the push of a button. Go to digitalromance.tv/TRB to see Michael Fiore make an entire audience of women in the Rachel Ray Show swoon and learn how to use tiny little text messages to have the relationship of your dreams.